Hi everyone, GWFawkes here. This is the Model Gaming Show for March 28th, 2018. I'm a day early. I'm going to be traveling for the next 4 days, so I figured I'd get one out early instead of none at all. It's going to be a short discussion anyways. Not much has happened so far this week, and we do have a major release though that I want to get into. Released yesterday on the 27th, Far Cry 5. It's currently sitting at an 83 on OpenCritic right now, and that's par for the course basically for these last couple of games. And from what I'm reading is the gameplay's fun, there's new mechanics, and it's doing everything right. Visually it looks amazing, and from what I've read it runs well on older machines, which is cool. But it's just the main bad guy or bad guys aren't as great as all the videos and promotions have them make them up to be, and they're a little bit one note and they just are kind of monologuing villains. So that's unfortunate, but it's a very open game. You can tackle the world in any way you want, which is cool. And you know what? It looks interesting. I'll probably end up playing it down the line. I played Far Cry 1, 2, and 3, and then I stopped on 4. And Primal, have not played those two, but there's some plane sequences in this that look really fun, and if I can get my buddy to play co-op with me, I definitely will. So the main topic for discussion I wanted to have tonight is the news that Sony dropped the price of the PSVR to $299. And one, I think that's great. It follows suit with what Oculus and HTC Vive has done, and I'm going to get into that later. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe PSVR has sold the most out of any of the VR units, headsets. Not counting mobile phone headsets, right? Just counting the console and PC, Oculus, HTC, and PSVR. And I think the price drop directly following suit with Oculus went from like $890 or $799 to then $599 with the touch controllers. Now it's at $399 with the touch controllers, which is like a damn good deal. I wish that I was more into it. I still don't think there's like too many killer apps out for it, and because there's both HTC Vive and Oculus, I'm hesitant to be an early adopter, and that's why I haven't gotten one of those. I have a Daydream with my phone, which is great. It's really cool. There's some apps that work well, but obviously the resolution on my phone is not going to be great unless I have essentially like a 4K, not 4K, 1080p on each side, so the video is what, 2160, right? Unless I'm watching those videos, 2160 videos, it is blurry, and that's okay though. Not blurry, but just not as clear. And that's all right, but I want to get into a discussion about VR. Just a little one. So I want to go over the prices right now. Current prices, you got the HTC Vive with the setup and the controllers, because you need a whole room to do it, is $499, so $500. And Oculus is $399 as mentioned, and the PSVR is $299. Now at CES this year, HTC Vive released the Pro, which upped the resolution to like 2800 by 1600. Which was like over a 75% increase than what it currently is. So the clarity on that is going to be great. It's like taking the graphics route, right? And then it's like taking the Microsoft route. And then you've got the Oculus, which is creating the Oculus Go for $200, which is a totally wireless headset that is partnering with, I don't know how to pronounce this, Xiaomi, the Chinese manufacturer, to produce, called Oculus Go, and that's going to be $199 for a wireless headset. And from what I have read in articles, that's what is blowing people away, is that it's just a self-contained headset. You don't need your phone, you don't need anything, and you can just use it. That's awesome, and it's wireless. That's what I'm looking for, and that's such a nice feature about my Daydream, is that it's wireless, but it doesn't track. This is supposed to track, which is incredible. And if that works, that's going to be an awesome experience. I might buy that before I buy any of them. I do want to play games and get on that train, but a lot of the games are pretty expensive still for what they are, and I don't want to just keep paying $20 for an hour or 45-minute game. Yes, I know there's a few that are out there that are worth it. I've read a ton of articles and done research on it, but for me right now, I'm going to hold off. I think realistically, I'm going to wait probably another year or two for it to mature, keep maturing, and see where it's at. But I wanted to get into, PSVR hasn't changed. As far as we know, there's nothing new coming out for it. And I really don't think Sony is going to push anything further with it in terms of they're going to release a new headset that's better quality. I think that steals from your own audience, right? Because then all the people that bought one, even buying at the $299 price point, right? They're getting screwed. So I think Sony's going to keep this for several years, just the PSVR, and try and make some money back. I think with VR as a whole for gaming, it is definitely one of those things where you try it and get it. And I think just as it's more adopted, the public perception is hard, right? Because you have all these wires and dongles and you're connected, and general public is scared of that crap. And nobody's gonna buy that. General public, nobody is gonna buy that. And I think Oculus is actually going in the right direction. I think with Oculus, having the wireless freedom is what people are going to want. There's a really cool thing. So I live in Los Angeles, and there's a cool thing now in downtown Disney. It's called, it's not Shadows of the Empire, but it's something of that nature, where you put on a headset and a rig, and they've created a room for you that matches up with what you're seeing, but you put on the headset and it's like you're in VR, and everyone tracks next to you, and you've got a gun, so you're shooting a gun. And I've had a couple of friends do it and say it's incredible. And that they say it's the future, and now they get VR. And even with my headset, with the Daydream headset, I get it. There's things that I've shown friends even where there was like an app that puts you on top and lets you manipulate like the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. It's the tallest building in the world, and just like that sense of scale and depth was like awesome. It was incredible. I love 360 videos. I think those are really cool. I love, as corny as it sounds, I just love the almost naturey, my favorite ones are just snowboarders chilling from the top of the mountain down with a 360 cam and being able to take in the views of everything. So there's so many applications for it, but in terms of gaming, the only way for it to really thrive is you're gonna have to have Sony, you're gonna have to have big publishers put some money behind it and really advertise for it. You need a company, even though they don't make games anymore, you need a company like Valve really pushing it and going, hey, we're releasing this on our Steam box. Partnership with both Oculus and Vive, and PSVR. Do you know what I mean? Just come get it. You need one of these big publishers like Take-Two or game producers like EA or something like that to really go, hey, you want the killer app? Here's the killer app. So until that happens, until it matures more, I don't think anybody's going to really put too much stock in it, unfortunately. The technology needs to be wireless, and it needs to be high res. Basically, you need to mix the HTC Vive and the Oculus, the new units that are coming out, so it's high res, standalone, or it's a wireless dongle with your computer, or it's just one wire connected to your computer with wireless controllers. Then that'll really start to do it. For me, I view VR as something as, if I'm going to be doing it, yeah, it's cool to have a controller, but I don't know. I want to be mobile, right? I want to be moving and doing that and looking around. For me, I like standing. That's how I want to do VR. But the most anticipated game for me that I want to play is Super Hot in VR. It's just the Matrix, baby. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to do that? And from what I've seen, it looks incredible. So those are the kind of experience I'm looking for. Yes, the controller with a game sitting in a chair is also going to be awesome because you can look around and you get the full scope of the environment. And I don't know if that's really the future of gaming. I think it's going to be more interactive, but I'm excited to see where the next couple of years go. Really, I think every year, subsequent year, you're going to see big improvements and big advancements in what is capable of it. And I hope some of that translates into games. So. Again, I'm GWFawkes. This is Model Gaming. You can find me here usually Mondays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Once I move, I'm going to be gone Monday, so a case of the Mondays is going to be pushed to Tuesday, unfortunately. So that'll be a case of the Mondays on Tuesday, but I'm going to be moving soon, getting in a better setup, and hopefully I will be much more consistent, try and do something every Monday through Thursday for you guys, Monday through Friday. And yeah, you can find me twitch.tv/model gaming show, and me, GWFawkes, FAWKES, on Twitter and Instagram. So thank y'all for watching, and have a great night.